Hello guys, this is Alvin, and for today's recording, we are going to play StarCraft II. Now, if you have just stumbled yourself here, guys, consider yourself lucky in that we are going to have our first recording in episode 3 for StarCraft II. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is the episode 3. We are now going to cover this. The previous recording had me, okay, ending the Heart of the Swarm episode. Okay, so please watch that. Get to know more about this. Actually, I would really suggest that you start the beginning. Okay, search for the playlist where this recording belongs, and then you will get to see that I had actually started from episode 1, from the very first mission, okay, down to ending episode 1, and now uh the previous recording that I did, okay, had me ended the last episode, or sorry, the last mission for Heart of the Swarm. And now we are going to have our first campaign mission for episode 3, Legacy of the Void. So we begin here with there's a prologue, and then the main story and an epilogue. It's a good thing that episode 3 is now subdivided into these three subsections. Okay, so let us now start somewhere at the Whispers of Oblivion. Okay, but before actually that, guys, I would like us to have a story so far. Okay, now what transpired, okay, before episode 3 in StarCraft 2. Okay, there will be a sections of here that will start at at StarCraft 1. Okay, without further ado, let's now begin the story so far.
For nearly 300 years, humans thought they were alone in the Koprulu sector. They were wrong. The Zerg emerged, seeking to consume all in their path, and before long, the Protoss, a highly advanced alien race, began wiping out infested worlds, burning Zerg and Terran alike. A three-way war, unlike anything humanity had ever faced, erupted almost overnight. All the while, a human civil war raged. Marshal Jim Raynor vowed to oppose the corrupt dictator Arcturus Minsk for the betrayal of the woman he loved, Sarah Kerrigan.
Boys, how about that evac?
Damn you, Arcturus. Don't do this.
It's done. Helmsman, signal the fleet and take us out of orbit. Now.
Kerrigan, a loyal operative, was left to die at the hands of the Zerg. But the Zerg had other plans. They transformed her and unleashed her psionic power upon the Koprulu sector, searching for their real objective, the Protoss homeworld of Ire. The Protoss were unaware of this danger and slow to respond. Their rulers, the Conclave, had dispatched Executor Artanis to hunt for Tassadar, a commander who had refused to wipe out infested Terran worlds. They crossed paths with a Dark Templar mystic whose kind was considered heretics by the Conclave. Through great effort, Zeratul convinced Tassadar and Artanis that he was not their enemy. Together they rallied more Protoss from both factions against the Zerg. Despite the Conclave's fury, they achieved significant victories against the Swarm. But when Zeratul struck down one of the Overmind's Cerebrates, his own mind was left vulnerable. From his thoughts, the Overmind gleaned Ire's true location, and the Swarm descended upon the Protoss homeworld with all their might and fury. It was Tassadar who kept the Templar from extinction that day. Using the power of both the Templar and the Dark Templar, he sacrificed himself to kill the Overmind. Ire was lost, but Artanis led the survivors to the Dark Templar's homeworld of Shakuras. Old prejudices were set aside. The Templar were now in the Dark Templar's debt. Without the Overmind, the Swarm fractured. Kerrigan sought control of all the Zerg, even enlisting the aid of old friends and enemies like Raynor, Mengsk, and Zeratul. Once her rule was uncontested, the the Queen of Blades betrayed them all. Billions of humans and Protoss were killed. The Zerg stood unchallenged, but to the relief of all, the war seemed to end there. Zeratul suspected the Zerg had fallen under the control of dark forces. He uncovered prophecies stating that an ancient entity, Amon, was attempting to merge Protoss and Zerg lifeforms into an unholy hybrid, and that this evil might already have control of Kerrigan and her power. It was during this time that Executor Artanis, hailed as a hero, was made leader of both the Templar and the Dark Templar. As Hierarch, Artanis united both factions and promised to one day reclaim the glory they had lost on Ire. Raynor had vowed to see Kerrigan dead, but his retaliatory strike failed. Even his rebellion against Manx's tyranny proved ineffective against the Dominion's propaganda machine. But with the arrival of old friends and mysterious new allies, Raynor revived his campaign against the Dominion, scoring major victories on multiple fronts. But Zeratul warned him about the encroaching darkness, and said the key to stopping Amon was the Queen of Blades. She was needed alive. In a daring raid on the Zerg homeworld of Char, armies from the Dominion and Raynor, with help from Arcturus' son Valerian, used an ancient Zelnaga artifact to neutralize Kerrigan's power and free her from Amon's grasp. The Queen of Blades was helpless. The Dominion wanted her dead. Raynor couldn't allow it.
It's okay. I got you.
Valerian Minsk offered them sanctuary, but his father could not let this opportunity pass. During the raid, Kerrigan and Raynor were separated. Kerrigan escaped, while Raynor...
He was briefly interrogated and summarily executed.
Kerrigan sought vengeance. She set out to reclaim her position as Queen of Blades. With Zeratul's guidance, Kerrigan gathered the Zerg broods and ruled the swarm once again. Only this time, free.
The killing will never stop until Minsk is dead.
Kerrigan began dismantling the Dominion's military, one mission at a time. To her surprise, she learned that Raynor was still alive. She charted a course to Korhal, Minx's stronghold. Despite encountering his best troops and traps, she personally ended his life. But there was little time to celebrate. Amon's plans were still unfolding. Kerrigan left Raynor to rebuild, while she hunted her true enemy. Raynor and Valerian Minsk set about reforming the Dominion with a just government. With the Zerg and Terrans quelled, Hierarch Artanis saw an opportunity. He declared that the unified Protoss, Templar and Dark Templar alike, would retake Ire. Any dissenting voices went unheard amid the hope for reclamation. Zeratul set off alone, searching for the truth, hoping against hope that the Hierarch was not making a terrible mistake.
All right. That was nice, guys. All right. I like something like that. And okay, in our first mission for the prologue, okay, we will be taking up as for the viewpoints of Zeratul. Okay, as you see there, Zeratul. There's something hinted that I cannot get here to the main part of this episode. We're still at the prologue, so okay. So Zeratul, branded a heretic and a traitor by his own people, has spent the last 6 years searching for the truth and behind the return of the Zelnaga, having delivered warnings to both the Terrans and the Zerg. Okay, the part the Protoss must play in galactic events still eludes him, and we are that. So we will be choosing a new campaign this time. Okay, forgive me guys, but I have already played these games before. I have known how StarCraft II would end. Okay, but I am just acting as if Okay, this is my first time or something like that. Okay, so I'm choosing the normal difficulty and Whispers of Oblivion. It is an era of great uncertainty. The dark god Amon has been reborn on an unknown world, heralding doom for all life in the Kuprulo sector. Before returning to his people to face their judgment, Zeratul scours the galaxy to find a way to stop the coming darkness. In this late hour, he seeks the last fragments of an ancient prophecy that could provide a ray of hope. Whispers of Oblivion, that's the name for this mission, and here we begin.
As it was foretold, Amon, the Dark God, lives again. If any hope remains for our galaxy, it lies in the hands of the Zelnaga. Only one piece of the prophecy remains unfulfilled. That on the world where Amon was reborn, the last light will be revealed. There is one being who knew that location. A creature known as Samir Duran, or to the Terrans, as Narud. In this system hides a long-forgotten Mobius facility. I must hope his secrets still rest within its walls.
Zeratul, it is a great honor. I am Praetor Talus, and I humbly request your aid. An unknown force has been abducting Templar from our colony worlds. My forces and I have managed to track them to a Terran facility, but we are under attack by the Swarm.
The Swarm. I'm on my way, Talus. May Adun hide you until I arrive.
The Swarm? Is it Kerrigan rehabilitated?
Our brethren are being held prisoner across the complex. We must free them before the swarm overwhelms the facility.
Zeratul, I thought I sensed your presence. Let's not mince words. Why are you here?
This place holds information I seek, and my captured brethren. I intend to free them both from the Terran's grip.
This facility is a breeding ground for Amon's hybrid army. My swarm will erase it from existence. But I know that won't stop you. So let me make this clear. Stay out of our way, Zeratul.
Kerrigan's still a harsh woman.
Do not fear. We will not abandon this fight, Talus. If we are swift and clever, we can avoid the swarm.
Very well. I have made our nexus point ready for your arrival. The captive Templar are kept just ahead. Ready your blades, warriors!
Kerrigan will send the swarm to destroy the station's reactor. We must free our brothers before that happens.
I am the Horde. Dark Prelate, we will need to cross the swarm's attack route to reach the captives.
Move forward only when it is clear. Avoid the Zerg's forces at all costs.
Alright, there are new tips here, guys. Hey, if you want to read this, please pause the video because I am continuing this and
You have not enough minerals. remains for an attack. Warriors, stay clear of the Zerg's path.
You must construct additional pylons.
Minions, push forward. Slay these hybrid thralls to the last.
Alright, I am setting out now, guys. I do not have enough units, by the way. Uh-huh. Okay, I want to have some
You have not
modicum
enough
of
minerals.
protection here at the base.
Eliminate the Protoss base. Glory to our master.
Mm-hmm.
The Zerg are gathering. They will surely attack soon.
You must construct additional pylons.
Damn it.
Eliminate the central reactor.
Oh, okay. About
You
time,
must
I guess.
construct additional pylons. Upgrade complete. You must construct additional pylons. We are one with the shadows. I am here in the shadows.
been consumed. They are slaves to the hybrid.
I return to serve.
Okay,
Osharos
one,
Shien.
four.
You must construct additional pylons. The base is under attack. You must construct additional pylons.
Our duty.
Upgrade complete.
Right, we have a small army now.
Undara Manakai.
The Zerg forces will move soon. We must be cautious.
Tear apart their reactor. The Queen of Blades demands it.
Thank you. We believed the end was at hand.
What do you know of this facility, Zealot?
The Terrans tortured us, experimented upon our flesh. Most did not survive.
I have seen foul work of this nature before, but Narud is dead. Whose hand brought you here?
Alas, I know not. Praetor, we wish to join you, to avenge our brothers in arms.
Then ready yourselves, Templar.
We are the Blades of Iron.
Warriors, there is another cell ahead. Go forth and claim the vengeance you seek.
From the shadows, I
Alright, now I have a Colossi and a Dark Templar.
I return to serve.
Another wave of Zerg gathers. Avoid them if you can.
Terrans are warping in. Impossible!
They are experimenting with pylon technology. We should eliminate these Terrans and reclaim the pylon for ourselves.
The swarm is upon you, Mobius Core. We are a tide of death that does not break.
Reclaiming the pylon now. It is hard to believe such primitive beasts could manipulate our technology.
You must construct additional pylons. You must place that in a power field. You must construct additional pylons.
The swarm will begin another assault soon.
Those who side with Amon's hybrid deserve no mercy. Devour them whole.
Well done. Destroying the bridge control has extended a walkway to our nexus point.
From the shadows I come.
Finally.
I return to serve. We shall...
time is running short, Zeratul.
Kerrigan, you know as well as I that Amon lives. Slaying his hybrid is a meaningless act. We must awaken the Zelnaga.
No response. Better to reason with a stone than the Zerg. The final cell awaits us, Zeratul. We should delay no longer.
Na'adan Aktu. I return to serve. We shall.
You must construct additional pylons.
From the shadows I come.
Something's in here. Oh, there's some pallet.
I return to serve. Undara Manakai.
From the shadows I come.
I return to serve.
Swarm prepares to assault Mobius Core's final defenses. We must travel swiftly.
Both pylons have been returned to our rightful control. Warping in reinforcements now.
Minions, go forth and slaughter. I wish to be done with this already.
The defenses are growing stronger. Push forward with all our might!
The hybrid are free. Strike them down.
Right, we have accomplished
Thank you,
our
brothers.
mission.
The Tal'Darim have been abducting Templar, bringing them to Terran stations, turning us into hybrid.
The Tal'Darim? Those heretics have never ventured so close to our worlds.
This can only be the work of Amon. Templar, where were they holding you?
Izel Naga Temple, unlike any I have seen. It was called Eris, but its location was kept a secret from us.
Mobius and the Tal'Darim both served under Naru's command. He would have known the location of this temple. The Atreus system. This is where Amon was reborn, deep within the Sigma Quadrant, and under Tal'Darim guard.
You have aided me in my quest, Zeratul. I am honor-bound to help you in yours. We shall help you claim this temple.
Right. So we are done now for this mission. One of the prologue missions in episode 3. It's called The Dark Whispers. Alright, so this mission is now accomplished. And if there's any conversation to have, we will have it.
My forces have secured a location near the temple grounds, and we are ready to move against the Tal'Darim. This should prove to be a truly glorious battle, brother.
Alright, so this will be covered on the next recording, guys. I'm not going to cover this for now. So please stay tuned and hope to see you again on my next recording. Again, guys, donations are welcome. So please please take a moment of your time to go through the description of this video for the link to my PayPal account, and hope that you you would provide some support. Okay, so thank you guys, and anyway, this video is yours to enjoy. So thank you guys. I hope that you had enjoyed watching this. Okay, continue to watch my other videos in this playlist for the whole StarCraft II playlist, and for my other videos, my other gameplay so far. Remember guys that I commit myself to have at least one video, one daily upload, okay, every day. Okay, so that's it, and thank you guys, and have a nice day.